for making things better. Face facts, cause your opinions don't matter, because they don't. I hate you guys. No, just kidding.
Is it bad that I expected that whole time?
Yes. I had to know I was going to do something.
I didn't see that coming.
In my mind,
I
I
was
was
just going to speak French, to be honest with you.
in my mind, in my mind, I'm thinking.
Avec toi.
In my mind, I'm thinking you're going to do Back in Black or something.
No, I'm back. Eric Bischoff's old theme song from Monday Night Raw. Here on Beyond the Game, on the voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3 WHPC. I am Jacob Valk, and I am back from my Parisian excursion. Sitting across from me, Brandon Johnson, Dominic Arbolino, and Eric Fischetti. Guys, I've missed you.
Hey, man.
Too.
It was
I wish we could say the same.
It was a little different experience that we've had the past 2 Fridays.
Man. It was just incredible how we had, the show to ourselves, you know what I mean? We didn't have any rants, no subs taken, no subs.
It was
subs.
quiet. It was very quiet.
Yeah, I was going to say it was a lot more quiet
and
than
opinionated,
usual.
I can fix that.
I tried my best.
You already did. You already did.
The number to call if you have something on your mind is 516-572-7440. And we got to start with baseball. The Mets traded Lucas Duda to the Rays for Drew Smith this year for the Mets. Duda hit .246 with 17 home runs and 37 RBIs. And according to MLB.com, Smith was Tampa Bay's 30th best prospect. Dominic, who do you think won the trade?
Well, I mean, for the University of Southern California alum.
USC alum?
Yes. Personally, I'll miss Duda, but in terms of with the Mets, it's a deal that had to be made, especially on an expiring contract. I mean, you see there's a lot more rumors coming around with the Mets about some of the players. We're going to get into that later, so not going to bring up the names right now. But in terms of the deal, I mean, the guy I haven't even heard of the guy that they got, the prospects. But I mean,
don't feel bad. I didn't either.
Yeah. So in terms of, I guess it's a good deal because you got to get rid of him. But
oh my god, I forgot to put my phone on vibrate.
Jacob, come on.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm out of practice. I'm sorry, Dominic. Go ahead.
Honestly, I pretty much finished up. But like I said, I guess in terms of just getting a position we need, even though it's really nobody that I've heard of, definitely, I guess, the right move.
And not only are you going to miss Lucas Duda, so is Curtis Granderson. Did you see that video?
That was funny.
Curtis Granderson was hanging onto Lucas Duda's legs, being like, "Don't go!"
Oh, yeah,
that was funny.
Right. Also, no, I remember that because Curtis Granderson actually ran an Instagram for Lucas Duda.
Like we're following Duda or something like that.
Oh, yeah, I forgot how close they were. Oh, Granderson's going to be in Milwaukee soon, possibly, so not like it even matters.
And not only does it work for the Mets in moving Duda, you can finally bring up Dom Smith potentially.
Exactly.
Which is your first base prospect.
What is taking so long with him and Rosario coming up?
Because I think, and speaking as a baseball fan looking in, I think that Alderson is thinking that these two could potentially be, quote-unquote, the savior in some Mets fans' eyes, and he doesn't want it to view it like that. Obviously, the Mets season is a lost season, and you guys should have brought them up already, but, it should have been done by now. It's just plain and simple as that. But now that Duda's moved, I don't see there's any way possible that Dom Smith doesn't come up.
And we mentioned this last week, guys. I mean, Lucas Duda, his time was over in New York. I mean, he hasn't been the same player since the World Series season. And, Dom was saying he should bring up a prospect, and now they got a prospect for him, so I think it's an ideal trade.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Rays won it. I like what the Rays are doing. I'm going to see him tonight, going with Mark. Feel sorry for me. But feel sorry for me. I have to sit next to a Rays fan for 3 hours.
Thinking of the Rays, though, they easily could have won that game last night.
Yes, they could have.
Would have and should have. You know what it ends with?
That was crazy.
Gardy party!
Doesn't matter how you win. Just matters if you win.
Of course. But I was watching that, and just made me I feel bad for all those Rays fans.
What Rays fans? Did you
in
see,
Tampa Bay?
Well,
duh.
I mean, they don't.
Right? Like you said,
they don't fill up the Trop. Oh, the Yankee fans do whenever they go down. But did you see that miscommunication on the Gary Sanchez grounder?
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh my god! I thought the game was over.
So did I.
Everybody did. Everybody did until he saw it go right past. I was like, oh my god!
If I was Kevin Cash, right after that game, I'd have ripped both their heads off.
But here's the thing: Henchavarea and Beckham are really good at playing defense. So to me, that was just kind of like, whoa, what happened there? But then you got to realize they didn't play together enough. Henchavarea just got to Tampa Bay from Miami, so I mean, it's just a work in progress.
Hasn't he been there all year?
Henchavarea, no. He was still in Miami.
He wasn't. Okay, he did start the year in Miami.
Also, I mean, in terms of the infield, I mean, the shortstop is supposed to be like the captain of the infield.
Yes.
You know, he's really got to guide everyone through. So he's got to either make that play or just have something figured out other than that miscommunication.
Well,
That was just a joke.
The thing is, though, you've got the shift working against you.
Of course, that's true too as well.
So, what a horrible thing that's going on with baseball. The epidemic. It really is an epidemic with the shift.
Yeah.
Like, just stop it. It's gimmicky, and it's not working. It's not working. They're shifting on Aaron Judge. You know what Aaron Judge does? He hits the ball over everyone's head.
To right field.
Yeah, and they're shifting to the left.
I don't get it.
Why? He's just going to slap it the other way, or he should bunt. Bunt down the first base line. Why not? Guaranteed to get on base.
Obviously, it's ideal, but a guy like Aaron Judge, who is a home run and a contact hitter, I'd rather not see him bunt, but if it's to get on base, if it's a complete overshift like that where everyone's moving to the left, why not? It's a freebie. Get the first.
Exactly. So, the Braves traded Jaime Garcia and Anthony Recker to the Twins for Huascar Ynoa. Hope I'm pronouncing that right. This year for Atlanta, Garcia went 4-7 with a 4.3 ERA, and the former Met only had 7 at-bats for them. Moreover, according to MLB.com, Ynoa was Minnesota's 22nd best prospect. Who do you think won the trade?
I say 100% the Braves, and I said this for a reason that, you know, they acquire a prospect in a deal for a washed-up pitcher and a catcher who says it right there, only played 7 at-bats for the Braves. And obviously, Anthony Recker was nothing special in New York as well, so I definitely say the Braves got the better deal.
I do think that Garcia going to Minnesota is going to help him because obviously Minnesota is in the wild card race and they need all the help they can get.
Minnesota's falling out, though.
Yeah,
They're dropping like flies.
Yeah, they are. But I'm looking at the standings right now, the wild card standings. The Yankees have the first spot, and then it's Kansas City. Then it's Tampa Bay, closing in fast. Seattle, and then Minnesota. So Minnesota is right there.
How far back is Minnesota?
Minnesota is 49-51, so they are
2 games under.
4 games back.
All right, so they're not out of it. I honestly feel like the Braves didn't win it. The Twins lost it for a reason that I just alluded to, that they're falling out of the race so rapidly. Like, this isn't work. The trade didn't work. And yeah, at the time, solid trade. You're shoring up the back end of the rotation. Jaime Garcia, solid innings eater. But the fact that it's not working for him, the fact that they're struggling, they're fading out fast, they've got to leapfrog 3 teams to get in the second wild card, not going to work. And for your 22nd best prospect, God only knows what you're going to get out of him.
And in regards to the wild card, when you look at these teams, Minnesota isn't getting past Seattle. Tampa Bay's closing in fast, as I said. They're scaring me a lot. And then Kansas City just won 8 or 9 games in a row, so they're heating up.
Kansas City's been streaking.
And Kansas City is playing Boston. So if Kansas City does well against Boston and the Yankees keep winning games, the Yankees back in first.
Good. So
as it should be.
Yeah, all is right with the world if the Yankees are in first place. The Padres messed me up by trading Ryan Buckner, Trevor Cahill, and Brandon Moorer to the Royals. I like how we did that. For Esteury Ruiz, Matt Strom, and Travis Wood. They messed me up because I wanted the Yankees to trade for Cahill, and Moorer was a closer on my fantasy team. Not going to read all these guys' stats because they have a scratchy throat, but I want to know what you guys think of the trade.
Honestly, I think the Yankees are better off without those guys in particular because their bullpen, and in regards to the Yankees' bullpen, is pretty good.
No, I was talking Cahill. I said Cahill should go to the Yankees.
Oh, okay. Well,
not Moorer, definitely not. Or Buckner, definitely not.
Okay, well, either way, I do think it's a good trade because the Padres are in a lost season too, and I just think it needed to be done. They needed to sell off these players.
Mm-hmm.
This is a great trade for the Royals. Getting Cahill, getting Moorer, and getting a good reliever in Ryan Buckner. I loved it. And, again, you got to know I think highly of Cahill and Moorer. Cahill wound on the Yankees again. Moorer on my fantasy team. Had to drop him for Matt Bush, former first overall pick. You think I'm scraping the bottom of the barrel if I'm getting Matt Bush? And Ryan Buckner's a solid reliever. So, I think it's a good trade for the Royals. You are listening to Beyond the Game on the voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3 WHPC. I'm Jacob Valk. Sitting across from me, Brandon Johnson, Dominic Arbolino, and Eric Fischetti. Number to call if you have something on your mind is 516-572-7440. And Monday is the MLB trade deadline. With that in mind, do you guys foresee more trades for our local teams?
I see the Mets cleaning up shop, I can tell you that. They're going to be sending out, you got the rumors I mentioned before, Curtis Granderson, Addison Reed, Renny Rivera, Asdrubal Cabrera, so definitely those are names to be expected to be shipped out. And
I definitely think Cabrera's going to go.
Yeah, definitely. And in terms of the Yankees, what I see them doing is adding a pitcher. We've been saying that for pretty much the past 2 weeks. I think
they added 2. They added Robertson and Canely.
Yes, I
great move.
But
Fantastic move.
Starting.
Canely has been lights out.
Robertson's been good too. I love it. Go ahead, Brandon.
I was saying, Dom, why do you think the Mets have to trade all these players for? Are they trying to get younger and bring up more prospects?
Well, the fact that it's just simply a lost season, and also all these guys, their contract runs up at the end of the season, so you might as well trade them away now and get something back for them. No matter what it is, it's still better getting back something than losing them for nothing.
Okay.
I'm going to speak on terms of the Yankees really quick. And first, let me just say, Jacob, Chase Headley is the best first baseman that the Yankees have had all season.
Since Brian Mitchell.
That's true. Brian Mitchell had a hell of a catch catching that foul ball. But
I am the only Yankee fan in existence that still likes Chase Headley.
I like him. I don't like him defensively. I think when they got Todd Frazier and Headley moved to first base, Headley became a new hitter, and he's been pretty good defensively, too.
I think Headley was better off defensively at third base. I do agree with you there. But I think for 3 months, the Yankees can get away with it.
Yeah, I mean, why not? And in terms of adding pieces, I can see them going after a pitcher. Last week, I was very high on them getting Sonny Gray, but then I heard today from Twitter, actually. Yep, you heard me say that right. I was on Twitter.
At Sergeant Fish.
Yep, there you go. The Athletics, according to Billy Bean, want Clint Frazier and Gleyber Torres.
And let's emphasize the and.
That will never happen.
No, I mean, if you're asking that, then no, go somewhere else. I also heard them linked to Justin Wilson, too.
Yeah, there's other names on the block.
Which I don't understand, because the bullpen is stacked,
Makes
and
no
the
sense.
Starters just need to get to the 5th inning. That's it.
Pretty much.
I mean, if Tanaka has a great game up until the 6th inning, that's fine, because now the bullpen can shut them down. This is what the Yankees needed.
I honestly think the Yankees are going to stand pat. I think they made their big move in Frazier, Robertson, and Canely, which I loved. I was doing backflips over it in Paris. I'm surprised you didn't hear me scream. I'm honestly surprised you didn't hear me scream from Paris. This is a great trade.
Well, yeah, your phone cut out. So that's why we didn't hear you.
You had to know I was going to do something. Were you guys laying odds on if I was going to call in or not?
No, we didn't have odds.
No,
but I kind of thought about it because I feel like there's no way Jacob can go 2 weeks without being on.
How did you call in from Paris?
He's like, you guys are... And then
my cell phone. But what happened was at that time I was on a boat on the Seine River for Bastille Day, and for whatever reason I had a phone connection, and I didn't 2 seconds later. And I do apologize for cutting out. That was unprofessional of me.
No, bro. I mean, you're overseas. I mean, you can't expect much.
You can't control that. That was not your fault.
No, but if I'm going to call in, I should make sure everything is on the up and up in my end. But you guys did play it off very well.
Yeah, of course.
I will honestly say that I sent you 3 guys an email after the first show that said that listening to you guys brought a tear to my eye. Because you guys did so flipping good, I can't even begin to express how proud I was. And you can ask my mom. I had her bring me a tissue. I really did. You know what, guys?
Wow, that's crazy.
You know what, guys? You get this.
All right.
You guys get my applause sound effect.
That was the first one I ever got. Thank you.
On that note, let's take a quick break. Don't go anywhere, because we will have an exclusive interview with Todd Masters coming up next. He wrote a book on Alan Trammell entitled Trammell, Detroit's Iconic Shortstop. It's coming up next on Beyond the Game on the Voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3 WHPC.
Hey, Dr. Phil here. I help people solve difficult and trying personal problems every day on my TV show, but there's one problem that's just got me stumped: childhood hunger. Nearly 16 million children in America struggle with it. That's 1 in 5 kids who may not know where their next meal is coming from, despite the fact that there's more than enough healthy, nutritious food out there to feed them all. Now, I don't know about you, but that is unacceptable to me. Luckily, the Feeding America network of good people is out there collecting surplus food and giving hope to hungry children and their families at local food banks all across the country. But let's face it, they can't do it without your help. Join me in supporting Feeding America and your local food bank at feedingamerica.org.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council. Together, we can